Water sports are a significant part of the boating lifestyle, offering activities for everyone, regardless of age or ability. From surfing and wakeboarding to water skiing and foiling, there's a sport for every rider to master. To ensure that water sports are enjoyable for the rider, driver, and passengers, safety must always be the top priority. Here are a few safety tips to keep everyone having fun. Hi guys, it's Kaylee from Action Water Sports. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more boating content. Now, let's begin. First, let's review how your boat should be set up for water sports. Boats built for water sports are typically equipped with inboard motors, though some stern drives are also built for water sports. While outboard boats aren't specialized for all water sports, you can still tube, ski, wakeboard, and even foil behind them. Extra safety precautions should be taken. When it comes to surfing, this activity can only be done on an inboard boat or a boat with a surf-specific stern drive motor. Since this sport takes place so close behind the boat, riding behind any other boat can be very dangerous. Now let's talk about where you'll attach the ropes. Some boats have towers with a rope attachment at the top. While this is where you'll typically attach your wakeboard, surf, or foil ropes, you can also attach ropes at the ski pylon located at the stern of the boat. Next, as a driver of the boat, a lot of responsibility falls on you. It is crucial that the captain puts safety above everything else while on the water. Each sport has a different way to drive the boat. Water skiing is a fast-paced sport that requires a confident driver to pull someone at 25 to 40 miles per hour. Since you want the smallest wake possible, you'll also need to drive your boat in a straight line. Turning unexpectedly could cause your rider to fall and potentially get injured. Another fast-paced water sport is wakeboarding. You'll typically be driving between 18 and 25 miles per hour. This allows the boat to create a bigger wake for the rider to try tricks. Like water skiing, it's important to drive in a straight line while towing a wakeboarder. Wake surfing is one of the most popular water sports. Driving a surfer is quite different than driving somebody wakeboarding or water skiing. This sport only needs speeds ranging from 8 to 12 miles per hour. It is significantly slower to create a wave that can push a surfer. One thing to note is that it is important to make sure that you are in deep water. Driving through shallow water while surfing could ruin your boat. Foiling is gaining a lot of popularity in the water sport industry. Typically, speeds for this sport are similar to wake surfing, with a variation of 1 mile per hour or so. Driving a rider who's foiling will also be very similar to pulling a surfer. For beginners, make sure to pull them out of the water very slowly to allow them to get comfortable on the foil. Lastly, tubing is an outlier from the others as the main goal is to throw riders from the tubes. Since this sport requires a somewhat chaotic driving technique, it is important to always know your surroundings. When turning and doing donuts, always make sure you don't turn too tight and there are no boats in the vicinity. It's also important to know the level of the riders that you're pulling. Some riders prefer to cruise around the lake and others prefer to be challenged. Check with your riders before jumping behind the wheel. Next, let's go over the proper way to pick up a rider once they've fallen. One duty of the rider is to stay put. If you're in the water, don't try to swim to the boat. This makes it much harder for the captain to gauge how far away they are from the swimmer. As for the captain, follow these steps to safely pick up a rider. Step 1. Slow down when the rider has fallen. Pull the throttle back into neutral. Do not power turn to pick up your rider. You will end up swamping the boat and putting other boaters in danger. Step 2. Slowly idle to turn around. By idling, you'll avoid crashing into any big waves that your boat just produced. Step 3. Pick up your rider on the driver's side. As a captain, you will want to make sure that the rider is always visible. Approach the rider slowly, make sure there's plenty of room between the boat and rider. Now that the captain knows how to pick up a rider, there are a few duties that the rider is responsible for. First, let's talk about the proper safety gear for the rider. It shouldn't come as a surprise to you that you need to have a life jacket on for any water sport, whether you're surfing, wakeboarding, or tubing. In case of a painful fall, the life jacket will keep you above the water, which is extremely important. It won't hurt to double check your bindings and boards. A loose binding on a wakeboard could end in a nasty injury if you're not careful. To be safe, check all your gear before jumping in the water. Now you're ready to hit the water. Regardless of whether you're the driver or the rider, you now have the toolkit to have a safe and fun day out on the boat. It is important to always remember that water sports are fun, but without proper precautions, it can be very dangerous. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about water sport safety, please drop a comment or reach out to your local Action Water Sports. Until next time, see you on the water.